the man who sold the Eiffel Tower twice. A true story. In 1925, Paris was recovering from the wounds of World War I. The city was hopeful, but financially broken. People wanted to believe in miracles, and trust was easier to earn than to question. And this is where the story of Victor Lustig begins. Victor Lustig was not a politician, not a businessman, not an engineer, but he could become any of them the moment he wanted. He spoke 5 languages, wore expensive suits, and walked like a man with government secrets in his pocket. In reality, he was one of the smartest con artists the world had ever seen. One morning, while reading a newspaper in a Paris cafe, Lustig found an article about the Eiffel Tower. It explained that the tower was rusting, extremely costly to maintain, and the government was struggling to afford repairs. For most, it was just news. For Lustig, it was inspiration. He forged official documents, rented a luxury hotel room, and invited 6 of Paris's biggest scrap metal dealers to a highly confidential meeting. When they arrived, he introduced himself as the deputy director of the Ministry of Posts and Telegraphs, a title that didn't even exist. With absolute seriousness, he told them the unbelievable. The French government has decided to dismantle the Eiffel Tower and sell it for scrap metal. This information is classified. No one else must know. The dealers were shocked. The Eiffel Tower, the pride of France, being sold like old iron? It sounded impossible. But Lustig had already built the perfect illusion. To strengthen the lie, he hired a private limousine and took them to the tower. He pointed at rust, bolts, and metal joints, describing them as proof that demolition was necessary. His confidence was louder than logic. Out of the 6 dealers, one man stood out, André Poisson. Poisson was ambitious. He wanted prestige. He wanted to tell the world, "I bought the Eiffel Tower." Lustig noticed. Then Lustig played his final card, human psychology. He hinted that Poisson might need to offer a small extra payment to guarantee the contract. Poisson, assuming it was a government bribe, agreed instantly. Poisson paid the money. Lustig handed him fake ownership papers. And before Poisson realized the truth, Lustig was already on a train to Vienna, carrying a suitcase full of cash and a smile full of victory. Poisson was too ashamed to report it. So he stayed silent. And silence became Lustig's protection. A few weeks later, Lustig returned to Paris and sold the Eiffel Tower again, to another metal dealer. This time, the victim went to the police, but Lustig vanished before the handcuffs could find him. Later, in America, he was finally arrested, not for the Eiffel Tower scam, but for printing counterfeit money. Newspapers called him many things: criminal, genius, trickster, and legend. Not because he cheated, but because he proved a universal truth. The most powerful tool in the world is not steel or paper, it is the human mind.